Welcome back to A Minute with Chelsea and little baby Charlotte in her bunny rabbit bed. Oh goodness. I got my iced coffee out of the fridge from the day before because I ordered two, one without ice because I knew I wasn't going to be able to go to 7 Brew in this horrible snowstorm that was supposed to be 8 inches, and really I think we got maybe 1. Get used to this face because that's all I look like all the time now, is this ugly little gremlin who doesn't take a shower. Because I was up before Amber, I made myself some toast and I put avocado on it. Amber hates avocado, isn't that crazy? She also hates salmon. I don't understand. So I had salmon, eggs, and avocado, and I started watching The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, and I don't know how I feel about it. I got so bored. They just kept saying the same thing. When Amber woke up, she made muffins, blueberry muffins, which this is my favorite kind of muffin, is this blueberry homemade, but not homemade kind. I don't like the kind you get that are pre-made. I think they're gross. And I think the mini muffins taste like chemicals, but I like these so much, and I love to lick the bowl. And there's not even eggs in it, so I feel like you can lick the bowl. At least I did it. I'm gonna keep doing it. It's so good. So I had my breakfast, then I licked the muffin bowl, and then I had a muffin, which I cut open in like this cross shape, this X shape, so that then I can shove butter down in the middle of it. Then I had another muffin, then I had bacon. And Amber was like, have you brushed your teeth? And I was like, no, I just ate breakfast. And she was like, brush your teeth. And I was like, no, I'm not going to. And she said, I'm gonna brush them for you. I said, no, you won't. And then she said, let's do it. So this is us just seeing what would happen if Amber had to brush my teeth. And spoiler alert, it was horrible. The next time I'm gonna brush her teeth and we're just gonna see who's better at it. Listen, we're in the house, we're bored in the house, we're in the house bored. So stupid shit has happened, brushing each other's teeth. Anyway, I mixed up some meatloaf, and this is the best meatloaf I've ever eaten in my life. I love meatloaf. And this is me moving it in one giant chunk to the pan, and Amber was like, you're stressing me out. So whatever meatloaf recipe you want to follow it. I don't care how you make your meatloaf. This is just standard meatloaf. Eggs, milk, meat, breadcrumbs. You know the drill. The glaze is what changes it for everything, okay? The glaze is what makes it good. Oh, I gave Charlotte some catnip, and Amber played with her string, and she had a wonderful snow day, of course, because she's spoiled rotten. I get so upset about all the cats and dogs who are outside in the cold and who don't have a home, or who people leave them outside. I cried a lot about that, actually. I cried like every day we were snowed in, because every time it snows, that's all I can think about. So my point is, I make sure Charlotte is very happy the whole time. Anyway, meatloaf glaze. I use ketchup and brown sugar, and then I also use this spreadable honey, and you mix it up. Oh, it's so good. And then you just cover that meatloaf all in it. Do it like when it needs 20 more minutes to bake, so it gets kind of crusty, and then add more after you take it out. Also, I bought this little honey holder, I don't know, a year ago, maybe 6 months ago, before my house fell all this shit, right? So I never filled it with anything because it's been inside a cabinet because my whole house was disgusting. So now I finally get to fill it up with stuff. It's so cute. So yeah, look at that thick ass glaze. It's so good. It's literally got, like, you can taste the brown sugar crunching in it, and then you just cover it all over and bake it for another, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long you need to bake it for your oven. Oh, and while the meatloaf was baking, Amber was frying potatoes. She also doesn't like mashed potatoes. I've always had meatloaf with mashed potatoes, but fried potatoes is just as good. So I took the leftover sauce, the glaze, and I put more on top, and then we had fried potatoes and meatloaf, and it was the fattest, most heartiest meal of all time. Then I decided I'm gonna bake some bread. It snowed, so I'm gonna bake bread. That's what you do in the South. This actually makes 2 loaves, and I don't know, I haven't baked bread in so long. I kind of made it into an experiment. So this is the first loaf. I let it proof for an hour on top of the warm stove, and look how fat it got. And then you're supposed to punch it down, why I oughta. And then you're supposed to divide that into 2 loaves and let them proof for another 30 minutes. I actually baked one of the loaves just to see what would happen, and it sucked. It was horrible. I had to throw it away. So while I let the other loaf proof for another hour, I took a shower and did all my face and skincare and my teeth and all those things. I did my Babe Essential Serum, which is my favorite thing I use. It's perfect. I have a discount in my bio if you want it. It really does work. It makes your lashes so long. And then my bread was finally done proofing, so I baked it. It's like midnight at this point, and it's fine. Who cares? It's a snow day. And that bread came out perfect, like perfect little sandwich bread. I love it. So I love it so much, and I'm proud of it. And we're still on a Golden Girls kick, so we watched that to go to bed, and I don't even think I ate a snack.